Okay, so g'day. You like my glasses, you like my hat. I think it makes me look weird, and I'm alright with that. So, in today's video, we have. Oh, sorry for the sunlight, didn't mean that. So, we have a. Do you know what this is? Is that back to front? Gee, on my camera it is. I hope it's. Hmm. If this is back to front, please let me know. So, this is the pattern Swan penny. Or nah, not penny, dollar. It's the size of a bloody crown. So this coin is heavily counterfeited. So if I just rotate that, actually, I'll just turn the camera around and we have a look at the coin or the token, whatever you want to call it, proper. Okay, so this is the actual fantasy piece. So 100 cents. And as you can see, it's rotated. But you're probably saying, how did you come across this, Glenn? Well, this coin is heavily counterfeited. So I believe this coin is not original. And I'll show you 3 ways. You can, or probably even more than 3 ways that you can tell that it's not original. So the first one on this side with the wattle. So this is a wattle flower, probably a black wattle. And actually, no, the leaves, it's not a black wattle. I need to find out what type of wattle this is. If you know, please leave a comment down below. So this was designed by Andor Mezaros, a guy from Hungary. So I butchered his name and it's obviously not correct. Okay, so the first way you can tell it's fake is, I've said this in another video when I first got it, is these 2 wattle flowers underneath these 4 here. So these ones are pretty well defined. So you can see the actual border around it. But they should be vague and pretty much half of it should disappear into the actual coin. So because these are well defined, that indicates to me that this is a counterfeit. As well as I've got problems with the actual rim, but that could be just damage from people handling it. So that's the first way, and that's the most common way on this side. Let me have a look down here. So there is a good article on coin collecting blog by the Purple Penny. I would suggest you use that as a reference when you are looking for one of these coins. And I see a problem with this leaf. This leaf is too thin. On the original coin, it's usually thick and over on this side. If we look at the other leaves, compared to an original coin, I would say this side is a lot better quality. It's more well defined in the flowers and the actual leaves. So that indicates to me that this is obviously it's a higher quality engraving. It's also doesn't look like an original, and these are also pretty well defined. And we have the initials there of the designer, so yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, let's look at the actual. So this is the what is it? A swan, black swan. God, swans annoy me. So what we are looking for here is I need to get a close up. So we're looking at 2 things. So the initials, so let me zoom in. So here we have the initials of the actual designer. So on the fake coins, these initials is actually very good. It's actually better than the original coins that I have seen. And also, it's missing on a lot of these coins. So if it's high quality like this, or if it's missing, then it's more than likely a counterfeit. And the next thing that we want to look at is this part here. So the wings and the actual leaves not leaves, the feathers. God, getting older in my old age. So, as you can see, these feathers, they look pretty well defined. On an original coin, this should be more vague. So, obviously, this, once again, on this side is a higher quality engraving than the original coin. And if you look at the actual feathers, they do look quite similar. These tail feathers here are also a lot better engraved and well defined. They shouldn't be as deep and as well as highly noticeable. And if we look at the actual other feathers, they look pretty good. If you look at Australia, yeah, I don't have a problem with Australia. Although, yeah, it does have some serifs. Oh, actually, I found it. So the R, the back of the R, so this tail is a lot shorter than the front. It comes down. So that indicates to me that it is a counterfeit. They should be the same length. But the rest of the lettering, yeah, it looks okay. If we look at the crown, that looks like a better engraving than the original. And this center part looks a bit strange. Doesn't look like on the original coin. And the date, well, the 6 looks off. The 6 should be more straighter, pointing up that way. So if you go to a coin shop, they do have a few of these. You can see what I'm actually talking about. So, how many of these were produced? Well, with the counterfeits, who knows, probably tens of thousands. With these originals, there's uncirculated ones, there was 1,500, then the 750 proofs, that's for the silver. There's only 10 gold coins, of which 2 of them more than likely were lost in the Ash Wednesday bushfire. And they were produced in London, someplace in London, which, yeah, I don't really care about. Anyway, and how much would these cost? Well, an original coin probably cost you a minimum of $1,000. So if you see one for sale for $30 or even $100, $200, that's a good indication that it's not a real coin. Because really, there shouldn't be any reason why you can't actually sell this for $1,000. Coin shops will snap it up like that very quickly, and you know, they put a premium $100, $200 on them. But basically, if you're going to get one of these, you're probably better off buying it graded. Although that doesn't guarantee its authenticity, it does give you that peace of mind of what grade you're getting, and more than likely is that it's an original coin. So one last thing I can do is a magnet test, but I don't have a strong magnet. I've just got these flimsy ones you put in the fridge, and no, this doesn't, as you can see, it's just sliding all over the place. So when it slides, it's not sticking to the actual magnet. And here we got a steel coin, so Turkish 2 lira, although it's not the actual same weight. You can see it does stick to the actual coin. Copper nickel coins, yeah, they just slide off. Billion silver, yeah, they just slide off. Another steel coin, it's nickel plated steel. More copper nickel. Aluminium, slides off. That's a brass plated steel coin. And then we've got some copper. So obviously you see, it doesn't slide off. So it doesn't mean it's not steel, it just means It's not magnetic still. And for the price they sell it for, no, you can actually make these out of silver. So this will probably cost about $30 or $40 of silver. I'm not too sure. I need to look on. Okay, you go to Numistar, go down the bottom. Okay, $30 of silver. That's how much is in this because it's 92.5. And if you're selling it for, I don't know, $1,500, $2,000, I'm trying to make it original. $30 was probably, I'd just say $70, $80 to actually produce it. It's $100. You'll be making 10 times that for a fake coin. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it helped you. How to tell if your coin is, or if your Swan token fantasy piece is original or not. Just remember, if you're not too sure, get a second opinion from someone who actually knows. Thank you and goodbye.